All right, guys, how's it going? So it's getting dark in here. So I've got the what's called a softbox light on, which is probably, you can see a bit of glare on the monitor behind me. Otherwise, you might not be able to see me, and I know you'd miss me. I know I've got a face for radio, so don't start. Right? This is going to be what's called an extra time video. That's because it says extra time in the title. And those videos usually are me kick back chilling, talking to you about a subject to do with the club or maybe to do with the website or the channel or something. And we're going to be going over something which you might find of interest. Usually I would sit outside and do them, but it's a bit grey out there. It looks a bit, it's getting a bit nippy because the evening is setting in. So what I want to take you through, I don't know if you're going to find this interesting or not. Some of you might. I uploaded a video not so long ago called, let me find it, Valverde's Brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? That was the title of the video. I added on the end of it latest from Madrid just so that it explained things a little bit more. But it was titled Valverde's Brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I want to show you how I came to name that video to title that video. So I work a lot with AI, right? So like when I go and do the review of the Spanish football dailies in the morning, I literally say, good morning, shall we start? And it says to me, good morning, Dunk. Yeah, let's start with Marca, and then we'll go on to AS and Sport. It knows what I want to do, right? And it lists those lists those notes in an order that it knows that I want them in, right? So it'll highlight bold, say like the first sentence of each note, because it breaks it up for me easier to read to you when I go to my phone, right? So I do pay for these things, like so ChatGPT, it's probably about $20 a month or something like that. What I'm going to be using today is Grok 3, which is available on X, which is quite expensive. To be honest with you, I think it's about £40 a month to have to be able to use that. That's if you pay via the web. If you do it via the app, it's actually £50 a month. When you have to have what's called Premium Plus on X to be able to use that. And when the price hike came in the other day, they didn't tell anyone, and it went up from like say 16 quid, 18 quid or something. Jumped right up to 40 quid, and I was like, nah, fuck that. But I downgraded, but then I played around with Grok a little bit, Grok 3, and I'm going to show you how it helped me pick my title for that video, and not only that, how it broke down questions that I was asking about Trent Alexander-Arnold and the Real Madrid interest. And I think you might find it really, really interesting. So put the kettle on and kick back. It's probably going to be a long video, but I'm blown away by this, and this is why I'm actually making a video to show you how much thought goes into these things. Well, just from my point of view, I always try to make my video titles make them informative, not clickbaity. You've only got 100 characters to put in a title. I try to use double quotations, if you like, when it's actually quoting someone word for word, and maybe one on each at the beginning and the end if it's maybe quoting a headline or something like that. I try to help you. I try to tell you I might put claims at the end in capital letters, or report or reports if there's space. So I do try not to clickbait. If I clickbaited, I would get a lot more revenue, I'd get a lot more traffic, a lot more clicks, etc., etc. But it would also piss off my my loyal followers. So instead of clickbaiting, instead of trying to sell you things, I say, look, if you appreciate the video, get me a coffee or a beer, or become a channel member or something, help a brother out, and we can keep it as, make it nice and informative for you without you being misled. So, sorry, I'm getting messages off someone at the same time. So I said let me explain this to you. So with this, I put in all the text information I had from my notes today regarding the Trent Alexander-Arnold reference in Marca today. There was the article about Valverde. They were bigging him up. I've done a video about that. Maybe you should go and watch that video first before this. And also what AS had said. And I said to the AI, like, what do you think about this, blah, blah, blah. It's incredible, right? And I also said, but I want you to come up with a title for the video. It doesn't mean that I will use that title, but it's inspiration. You know what I mean? It's like, help me out. What shall I go with? And I want to read to you the conversation that AI Grok 3 had with itself to reach the verdict that we went with the title of the video, right? This is, so what I'm reading out loud now is the AI talking to itself, right? So let's just see what you think it is. I think it's incredible. Okay, so the user wants me to analyze this text and come up with a title for a YouTube video focusing on Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're also asking if this could be a warning to him that Real Madrid has other options and might change their transfer focus this summer. First, I need to understand the key points from the text. It seems like there's a lot of attention on Federico Valverde's performance as a right-back, which is the position Trent plays. I didn't tell it that, by the way. Marca and AS are both highlighting Valverde's versatility and success in that role, even suggesting that he could be a long-term option there. The Marca article specifically mentions that reinforcing the right-back position was a top priority for Real Madrid, with Trent as the clear target. But now, with Valverde performing well, they're questioning if the summer plans could shift. This is interesting because it implies that Real Madrid might not be as desperate to sign Trent as previously thought. AS also praises Valverde, calling him the most complete player in the world and noting his growing experience as a right-back. They don't mention Trent at all, which is notable. The fact that both Madrid newspapers are focusing on Valverde on the same day suggests that there might be some coordination or briefing from the club, which is exactly, what I think, right? The user mentions that in previous updates, Real Madrid seemed very confident about signing Trent, but now there's a slight shift in tone. They're still likely to pursue him, but there's a hint of caution or hedging their bets. Possibly. I still think that they would sign him regardless, right? And they still want to sign him. But the AI is going through this process, right? So for the YouTube title, I need to capture this narrative. It should be attention-grabbing and reflect the idea that Real Madrid might be reconsidering their pursuit of Trent due to Valverde's emergence. Something like, now this is an example of what it, of a YouTube title. Bear in mind, it's trying to get to the answer, right? So don't criticise it if it's stupid straight away. Is Real Madrid having second thoughts on Trent Alexander-Arnold? Valverde's rise changes everything. Or perhaps Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid, deal in doubt, Valverde steps up? But I need to make sure it's not too sensationalist. The text suggests that while there's a shift, it's not a complete change of plans. So maybe something like Real Madrid's Trent Alexander-Arnold pursuit, Valverde's impact and what it means. Wait, that's a bit dry. I need to make it more engaging for a YouTube audience. How about warning to Trent, Real Madrid's new right-back sensation? Or Trent Alexander-Arnold's Real Madrid dream, is it slipping away? But that might be too negative. The text doesn't say the deal is off, just that there might be a shift in plans. Maybe Real Madrid's right-back dilemma, Trent or Valverde? That captures the essence of the situation. Alternatively, could Valverde block Trent's path to Real Madrid? That's pretty good. It highlights the potential conflict between the two players for the right-back spot. Wait, but Valverde is not primarily a right-back. He's being used there out of necessity. I didn't tell it that. So it's more about whether Real Madrid still needs to sign Trent if Valverde can fill that role effectively. So perhaps, does Real Madrid still need Trent Alexander-Arnold? Valverde shines at right back. That's straightforward and reflects the content of the text. Or Trent Alexander-Arnold transfer update. Real Madrid's plans shift with Valverde's rise. That's a bit long, but it gets the point across. I think I'll go with, does Real Madrid still need Trent Alexander-Arnold? Valverde's emergence changes the game. Wait, that's similar to the previous one. Alternatively, to make it more clickable, shocking twist in Trent Alexander-Arnold's Real Madrid saga. But again, I don't want to overstate it. Let me think about the user's question. Is this a warning to him that Real Madrid have other options? Could they change their transfer focus this summer? So the title should reflect that idea of a warning or a potential change in focus. How about Real Madrid sends warning to Trent Alexander-Arnold, Valverde steps up? That implies that Real Madrid is deliberately using Valverde's performances to pressure Trent, which might not be entirely accurate. The text suggests it's more about their internal assessment rather than a direct message to Trent. Alternatively, Trent Alexander-Arnold's Real Madrid move in jeopardy. Valverde's brilliance raises questions. That's decent. Wait, perhaps why Real Madrid might reconsider signing Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's concise and to the point. Or the rise of Valverde, what it means for Trent Alexander-Arnold's future, that's good too. I think I'll suggest a few options and let the user decide. First option, does Real Madrid still need Trent Alexander-Arnold? Valverde's emergence changes the game. Second option, Real Madrid's right-back dilemma, Trent or Valverde? Third option, why Real Madrid might reconsider signing Trent Alexander-Arnold? Fourth option, Trent Alexander-Arnold's Real Madrid dream, is it slipping away? Wait, that last one might be too dramatic. Alternatively, Valverde's brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold? That directly addresses the user's question. Yes, I think that's a good one. So my final suggestion is Valverde's brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, to answer the user's second question, is this a warning to him that Real Madrid have other options? Could they change their transfer focus this summer? I'm not asking that for its opinion about that. I'm throwing that in there to try and get the AI to think about what you guys might be thinking, like in terms of the titling of the video. So I'm not asking it to say, I've got my own opinions. I don't need to ask that. It's, you know what I mean? But it's to give as much information as possible to help the AI come up with a suggestion, right? Based on the text, it seems like Real Madrid is indeed considering their options. The fact that both Marca and AS are highlighting Valverde's performances on the same day suggests that the club might be briefing the media to emphasise their flexibility. The line, quote, could the summer plans shift, is particularly telling. It indicates that while Trent is still the primary target, Real Madrid is open to adjusting their strategy if Valverde continues to excel in that role. Additionally, the mention that Valverde is happy playing there and that Ancelotti sees him as a viable option, even if it was initially a joke, adds weight to this idea. Because Ancelotti said he's like the greatest right back in the world after Vasquez and, was it Vasquez? Can't remember the name. And Carvajal. Anyway, however, the text also states that reinforcing the right-back position is still a top priority and Trent is the clear target. So it's not like they've completely changed their minds. But the fact they're publicly discussing Valverde as a potential long-term solution could be seen as a subtle message to Trent and his representatives. It might be a way of saying, we're interested, but we're not desperate. We have other options. And I think that's a good point. I really do. This could be a negotiating tactic to put pressure on Trent to make a decision or to potentially lower his demands if he does sign. Alternatively, it could simply be a genuine reflection of their current thinking and they're keeping their options open. Given that, I would say that yes, this could be interpreted as a warning to Trent that Real Madrid has other options and might change their transfer focus if Valverde continues to perform well. However, it's important to note that the text still emphasises that Trent is the primary target and the user mentions that previous updates suggested a high level of confidence in signing him. So while there might be a slight shift in tone, it's not a complete reversal. In conclusion, the title should reflect this nuanced situation. And the answer to the user's question is that yes, this could be seen as a warning to Trent and Real Madrid might adjust their transfer focus depending on how things develop. But ultimately, as the user notes, it's hard to imagine Real Madrid passing up the opportunity to sign Trent on a free transfer, even if Valverde is performing well. So the title should capture that tension. I think Valverde's brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold, is a good choice. Alternatively, to make it more specific, is Real Madrid cooling on Trent Alexander-Arnold? Valverde's rise sparks debate, but I think the first one is better. Wait! One more idea. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid, deal not as certain as thought. That's also a possibility, but I think the warning sign title is more engaging, so I'll go with that one. Title suggestion: Valverde's brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold. This title captures the essence of today's coverage, highlighting Federico Valverde's growing importance as a right-back while subtly questioning whether Real Madrid's pursuit of Trent Alexander-Arnold is as certain as it once seemed. It plays on the idea of a warning without overstating the situation, making it engaging for viewers. Now, you've got to remember, all of this that's happening, all those questions, you're probably thinking, fucking hell, like, it takes forever. But when you're waiting for this, when it's processing this, it's literally doing it like that. Like, you wouldn't be able to read that on the screen. It's moving so fast. It's just that I've expanded the details after we've gone through this to try and show you, the process. It's now got a section titled Analysis on the warning aspect. Yes, this could be seen as a warning to Trent that Real Madrid has other options. The coverage suggests that while Trent remains the primary target, Valverde's performances are giving the club reason to reconsider their urgency. The key line from Marca, could the summer plan shift, is particularly telling. It indicates that Real Madrid is hedging, acknowledging that their transfer strategy might evolve based on Valverde's continued success in the role. This isn't a complete shift, but it's a notable change in tone from previous reports, which were more definitive about Trent's arrival. The coordinated focus on Valverde from both Marca and AS also suggests a deliberate message from the club, possibly aimed at applying pressure on Trent or keeping their options open publicly. However, as you noted, it's hard to imagine Real Madrid passing up the chance to sign Trent on a free transfer, even with Valverde's rise. This feels more like a tactical nudge than a full pivot in their plans. Still, it's a development worth monitoring, especially if Valverde continues to excel. And in my video, that's what I thought. I said that in my video, I'm sure. It was like could it be a tactical nudge? Could it be that Real Madrid are trying to apply a little pressure on something that they want dealing with? You know what I mean? Like, if it is 90% done, as the the Madrid-based media want you to believe, maybe Real Madrid are wanting that other 10%, therefore the signature. Do you know what I mean? So fucking exciting. Maybe is this boring for you? Maybe it is boring for you, but for me, it's mind-blowing. You know what I mean? It's fucking mind-blowing. And you've got to remember, maybe, as the viewer, maybe you're not interested in coming out, how you come to the conclusions in videos or opinions or even the title of a video, right? But for me, to go through this process, when I'm sat here thinking, should I do this, should I do that? It's like having like another me sat there talking to me. Do you know what I mean? YouTube video title suggestion: Valverde's brilliance, a warning sign for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I did use that title. Go and have a look, you'll see it. And that's how I came to use it. I did put at the end of it, latest from Spain, just to help people further. This title captures the essence of today's coverage from Marca and AS, highlighting Federico Valverde's growing importance as a right-back, while subtly questioning whether Real Madrid's pursuit of Trent Alexander-Arnold is as certain as it once seemed. It plays on the idea of a warning without overstating the situation, making it engaging for viewers. So it took away the dramatic elements, didn't it? I'm not going to read all of this out because it's just continuing more in depth. Marcus' focus on Valverde as a right-back option. AS is praised for Valverde and the absence of Trent. They never mentioned Trent. Coordinated coverage suggests a club briefing. Both Marca and AS, Madrid's key football newspapers, are focusing on Valverde's performances on the same day. This suggests that Real Madrid might be briefing the media to emphasise their flexibility at the right-back position. This coordinated message could be a deliberate signal either to the public or to Trent and his representatives that the club has viable alternatives. Now, it's not just agreeing with me. If I put stuff in here and say, what about this? It'll say, no, that doesn't. Do you know what I mean? But it's on the same page as me. I just think it's truly amazing. It could be interpreted as a warning. It's not a complete shift. Like I said, I don't think that, just because they're bigging him up, even if they are saying to Trent, look, putting some pressure on there for some reason, I don't think, even if Valverde is brilliant or they've got someone else, I still think they pursue Trent on a free, you know what I mean? Tactical nudge or genuine reassessment. Could Real Madrid change their transfer focus this summer? Yes, they might adjust their focus, but it's unlikely they'd abandon Trent entirely. Factors to watch. It even goes on to give me factors to watch. About watching Valverde, Trent's intentions. If Trent signs a pre-contract agreement with Real Madrid or reaffirms his desire to join, well, he hasn't affirmed his desire to join publicly. But to the Madrid media, he could reaffirm. Let me rephrase that. To Real Madrid, he could reaffirm his desire to join. He has told them that he wants to sign for them, so that's okay. However, if he delays, let me just restart that section again. I'm sorry. Trent's intentions. If Trent signs a pre-contract agreement with Real Madrid or reaffirms his desire to join, the club is likely to proceed as planned. However, if he delays or shows hesitation, they might lean more heavily on their internal options, and that could be what we're seeing. Could be. Then it talks about Carvajal's recovery. Their coverage is a hedge. It's just keeping their options open. Given your observation that previous updates were highly confident about the deal, today's coverage feels like a slight cooling rather than a major shift. Real Madrid is likely to continue pursuing Trent, but they're now publicly acknowledging that they have alternatives which could influence their approach this summer. There's a conclusion which goes on about the name of the title, etc., etc., etc. And that is basically everything there. So, I mean, literally, as you can tell, we're 22 minutes into a video. I've gone through all of that. And in the real-time process of trying to come up with a title and assessing things and all the questions it asked itself, and then the questions it tried to answer for me, to assist me in my decision process, all of that, like this has taken us 20 minutes or whatever, but all of that happened in a split second. And I'm just trying to explain to you, like, give you a little bit of background, little bit of behind the scenes, like, like the effort that I put into just for a fucking YouTube title. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could just fucking throw anything on there, but I'm trying to like make it engaging for you. I don't want it to be clickbaity, but at the same time, I want it to be interesting. And then I have questions myself, and I'm like, well, is that what do you think, kind of thing, maybe you don't find it interesting. Let me know if you found this interesting at all. If you don't, no problem. That's why I titled it Extra Time. I could have asked, Grok to come up with a title for the video, but no, I'm going to title it Extra Time, and then that's, my regular viewers know that it's an extra time video, so Dunk's going to be talking to us about something, extra time. That's, the whole emphasis there. Just a bit of extra stuff for you. Yeah, I could have done this video just for channel members, but I thought that, it was like, an extra feature for them kind of thing, but I just thought that maybe more people would like to see this, and also to consider some of the things that were suggested in what I've just read out to you regarding the situation. Maybe you watched my last video, or maybe I didn't explain myself very well, and that's done a better job, so, but I find it very helpful for me. Like I say, I pay 20 to Chat GPT. That's 40, that's, 50, 60 quid a month. It's a lot of money, and that's money that I could cut back on, could save that money. It's better in my pocket than someone else's. But I try to give you the best that I can. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do genuinely really try my hardest to explain things to you, in a way that maybe you'll understand. And yeah, I know I can drone on, and maybe I repeat myself. That's because I'm not reading from a script. I take notes and things in the morning because there's translations and that. But I don't read from a script. If I read from a script, maybe the videos would be quicker, and more concise. And maybe I do go all over the place, but I don't do that on purpose. But I just think it gives you more of an authentic, real person that's not reading from a script, that's trying to make it more engaging, you know what I mean? Like, quick short videos, more views, more interactions, more revenue or something. No, I just want to give you someone that's like passionate, tries to be a bit informal and funny at times. Maybe I fail miserably, but I want to be like your friend. Do you know what I mean? I want to be like, when you come on here, I want you to feel like you're with a friend that's talking to you in a language, in a manner that you understand, that's non-patronizing, that's on your level. Do you know what I mean? And I understand and I appreciate my videos will be shit to some people, you know? But that doesn't matter. I don't think that's a negative on me. You know, maybe a 16-year-old lad or lass don't want to watch a 50-year-old man talking about football, and they do want, you know, the fancy graphics and the 3-minute videos and, you know, what, do you know what I mean? I don't know, but I obviously am doing something right, because many of you watch my videos and many of you support me, you know? So I just wanted to give you like a little backgroundy, sort of like, hey, you know, this is what I do. And I've started doing that. I don't do it with every video title. Some of them are pretty straightforward, but, you know, I do put a bit of effort into it. And what did you think of the title of that video? And what did you think? Was it all right? Was it shit? You know, maybe I picked the wrong one. You know, maybe I shouldn't have gone with that one. But I could have made it very clickbaity. This is, you know, this is the thing. And I could turn around to that AI and say, nah, fuck that, make it clickbaity. You know, and you are going to get a lot more views if you clickbait. And, you know, like, I'm sure if you, I don't know, if you were at work and your boss said to you, do you want that wage an hour, or do you want 10 times that wage an hour? You'd say, I want 10 times more. Fucking hell, of course I do. So in effect, my revenue, I could probably multiply it by 10 if I adopted the tactics of what other people do. But then, even though I should put myself forward, I would feel like I was dicking the good people that watch my videos. There's a lot of people who watch my videos that will never comment. They're not interested. They're just fucking nosy or whatever. There's people that watch my videos because they've got YouTube channels. You know, there's people that watch my videos so they don't fucking like me. But I don't care about them. I care about the people that I consider my friends, that comment, that join my live streams, that will buy me a coffee, that will thumbs up a video, will take the time out to leave a comment. And I wouldn't want to waste their time with a clickbaity title just so I can make more money, which is, to some people, is probably stupid, because I'm sure most people out there, I've got friends that do other YouTube channels, and they'll say, I fucking click people all day long because they need the money. I need the fucking money. But at least I can sit here and go, no, I don't fucking do that shit. So anyway, I'm off. So I thought you might find it interesting, all right? And I like I said, I did cancel my my Premium Plus subscription on X. I was like, £37-40 and fucking, but fuck that right off. But if I was paying 18, 20 maybe, it's doubled. It's an extra £5 a week to get that kind of assistance. Now, maybe it's worth it, guys. Maybe. I did have it on the Cop Talk account as well, at Cop Talk. That's on my personal account, at Duncan Oldham on X. Because I do like, you also get ad-free experience, you know what I mean? Like, the Cop Talk account, I don't browse on there, I don't really go around on that. But I don't want adverts. And so when I downgraded, I started seeing all the adverts again. I was like, fuck that. But I'm not paying for it on the Cop Talk account, which is a shame, because I liked the articles on there. You can publish articles, and it looks neat and tidy. But I can't pay £80 a fucking month for that, do you know what I mean? So, and fuck them lot on there anyway, do you know what I mean? I know some of you follow me on X, but what I mean, you know, the Cop Talk account on X, but it's just very toxic is what I mean. It's fuck them people, the ones that want to slag you off. You can put all your effort into a really nice article on X, and you'll still get people in the comments that'll run the mouse and just be like, fucking, you know what I mean? I ain't got time for them guys, nah, fuck it. Right, well. Did you like this video? Did you find it interesting? I did preview it extra time to try not to mislead you or anything. I have no idea what I'm going to fucking title this video. Alright guys, if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. Would you like more of these videos about telling you about how things work? Or are you just not interested? You just want the Liverpool news? You let me know, alright? Thumbs up if you appreciate it. Please drop me a comment. If you want to support my channel, you can buy me a coffee or a beer. The love art, basically when you support me through the love art under the video, or the links in the video description, you're helping a brother out to be able to pay for things like this. That's the reality, that's the truth. All right, cheers. Have a nice weekend, and hopefully I'll speak to you real soon. All right.